Welcome, and thanks for joining. Today we'll walk through how Versa Networks helps DoD programs implement Zero Trust, end-to-end, using a unified SASE and SD-WAN platform. We'll connect the technical building blocks to mission outcomes like resilience, lower risk, and continuity across CONUS and OCONUS theaters. Let's start with who we are and why our platform is a strong fit for DoD Zero Trust execution. Versa was founded in 2012 in Silicon Valley. Our mission is simple: connect users, devices, and branches to applications, anywhere, anytime, securely and at scale. We're a leader in unified SASE and SD-WAN, built on deep routing, security, and networking pedigree, with more than 20,000 enterprises running on Versa today, including deployments across DoD. For you, that means a proven platform, mature processes, and support for diverse mission networks. Our vision is secure anywhere, anytime access to anything, without brittle network perimeters or user friction. The platform enforces identity, device, and application context continuously, so policy follows the user and workload, not the data center. For security engineers, that's fewer one-off boxes and more consistent controls. For program managers and executives, it's a simpler operating model that scales across programs and phases of the mission. Scale matters. Versa operates with more than 10,000 enterprises, over 100 service provider partners and VARs, and presence in more than 100 countries. That level of deployment breadth brings resiliency patterns, change control discipline, and mission-grade hardening that DoD programs can rely on, especially when operating across multiple classifications and transport types. Versa One is our universal SASE platform. It merges the network fabric and the security stack, so your segmentation, inspection, and access policies are expressed once and enforced everywhere. Beyond consolidation, Versa One is built to plug into what you already operate. We integrate with your identity provider and MFA, enterprise PKI, leading EDR tools for device posture, and your existing SIEM and SOAR for detections and response. Analytics and AI features surface anomalies, risky paths, and misconfigurations, so teams prioritize the fixes that actually reduce risk and improve user experience. Finally, we support true multi-tenancy and delegated administration. You can partition by program office, classification level, or mission enclave, each with scoped roles and audit trails and separate encryption, while still benefiting from a common platform and consistent data plane. The net result? Fewer moving parts, faster change cycles, and a cleaner path to ATO and sustainment. This framework is taken directly from the DoD CIO's Zero Trust Execution Roadmap v1.1. This is not a Versa slide. It lays out the core pillars and capabilities the department is driving toward on the path to Zero Trust. In the remaining slides, we'll show how Versa maps to these pillars in practical, deployable ways, what we integrate with, what we automate, and how policy is enforced consistently from users and devices to applications, data, and the network. Think of this as the reference blueprint. Our role is to help you execute it with fewer moving parts, clearer controls, and measurable risk reduction on the way to the 2027 objectives. The DoD roadmap defines courses of action that agencies can adopt to reach the 2027 Zero Trust objectives. Versa supports each pathway by offering deployment flexibility, on-premises, cloud gateways, or hybrid, and by unifying controls across transports. The result? You can progress pillar by pillar or program by program without creating new silos. In the user pillar, we continuously validate identity and context before granting access. Versa ties into your identity provider and multi-factor flows, and adapts policy in real time based on user role, device posture, and location. Compared to today's VPN-centric model, users get least privilege access to the specific apps they need, with reduced lateral movement risk and better user experience. Device trust is verified at session start and during use. Posture checks, such as OS version, encryption, and EDR status, inform access decisions. Whether it's government-furnished equipment, BYOD for low-risk roles, or ruggedized tactical devices, Versa enforces adaptive access, so an untrusted device cannot become a foothold. This improves compliance and reduces incident response burden. We combine app-aware access with microsegmentation and inline inspection. Whether workloads live in on-prem data centers, Gov Cloud regions, or mission partner networks, policy is consistent. Service tags and identity attributes simplify rule design, so engineers govern flows between tiers and services with fewer ACLs and fewer misconfigurations. Outcome: faster deployments and reduced mean time to ATO. Versa protects data across its lifecycle. We enforce encryption standards in transit, support data loss prevention, and apply inline CASB and URL and content filtering to govern SaaS usage. Policies can differ by user mission role and data sensitivity, so sensitive data remains controlled even when apps are external. This reduces exfiltration routes while keeping productivity high. The network pillar moves beyond static IP zones to identity and application-centric segmentation. Versa builds encrypted overlays across diverse transports: Internet, MPLS, SATCOM, LTE/5G, and line-of-sight radio, and maintains consistent policy. If a link degrades, sessions move, but policy does not change. That keeps missions online across all operations. Automation reduces toil and speeds response. Versa centralizes policy and integrates with your SIM and SOAR to trigger actions, quarantine a device, step up authentication, or tighten segmentation based on detections. Engineers get APIs, so infrastructure changes become repeatable and auditable, improving both speed and compliance. You can't defend what you can't see. Versa provides end-to-end visibility spanning users, devices, apps, and links, with drill downs for investigations and continuous assessment. Telemetry loops back into policy decisions, tightening risky paths and highlighting misconfigurations before they become incidents. This shortens detection and containment windows. Every program starts from a different baseline. Some begin with user-to-app access, others with network segmentation or data controls. Versa supports all of these paths and lets you add pillars over time, without forklift migrations. Start where risk is highest, then expand, using a consistent platform and operating model. The Versa operating system, VOS, runs across a wide range of platforms: Versa appliances and switches, Dell VEP certified systems, and all major hypervisors. Data planes scale from compact dual LTE field kits up to 100 gigabit Ethernet systems for high-capacity gateways. The benefit is uniform security and routing behavior across enterprise, tactical, and cloud edge sites. Because the same data plane runs everywhere, your lab testing, accreditation artifacts, and field operations map cleanly. That consistency shortens sustainment cycles and reduces configuration drift. It also enables repeatable builds you can stamp out across brigade to division echelons or across multiple program offices. Thunderdome is DISA's flagship Zero Trust implementation, and it's a useful reference for programs across the department. DISA is one of the largest IT organizations on the planet. Multi-billion-dollar budget, tens of thousands of employees, and truly global operations. This architecture has already been fielded by more than 10 Department of Defense agencies, including the U.S. Coast Guard and Missile Defense Agency. On the right, the Thunderdome architecture unifies cloud resources and on-premises resources under one policy enforcement layer with microsegmentation. That means identity-centric access, consistent controls, and telemetry-driven decisions whether workloads sit in the cloud or in the data center. Critically, the implementation maps to and is assessed against all 152 DoD Zero Trust goals. That makes it more than a diagram. It's a working reference model for execution. Within that model, Versa technology delivers a major portion of the stack: SD-WAN for resilient transport, access control and ZTNA for user-to-app, NGFW and IDS/IPS for deep inspection, plus the automation to operate it at scale. As you consider your own roadmap, use Thunderdome as proof that this can be done at enterprise scale with measurable outcomes. Tighter segmentation, simpler operations, and faster mission delivery. Thunderdome needed a platform that could collapse point products without sacrificing control. Versa brought integrated routing, SD-WAN, ZTNA, SWG, NGFW, IPSIDS, CASB, DLP, and advanced threat prevention on one data plane and one policy model. Architecture resilience was another driver. True multi-tenancy with delegated administration lets teams partition by program or classification while sharing a common operating model. Interoperability mattered as well. Mission partner networks, legacy protocols, and mixed transports are normal in DoD, and the platform had to meet them where they are. The site consolidation example on the right makes this tangible. Before, multiple discrete boxes, routers, firewalls, IPSIDS, each with its own upgrade and change process. After, VOS consolidates those functions, cutting complexity and OpEx while improving consistency. The outcome is significant cost reduction and simplified operations. Finally, certification and accreditation. Versa solutions and partner appliances meet FIPS requirements, are listed for classified use on NIAP, and cover a wide scope: network devices, firewalls, VPN gateways, and intrusion detection and prevention systems. That foundation shortens the path to ATO and de-risks deployment. PEOC, 4i, and NIWC selected Versa for a universally managed, natively integrated, secure, software-defined wide-area network capability. That decision centered on simplifying operations while increasing control. Legacy routing systems were replaced across classified environments carrying voice, video, and data, reducing the number of devices to manage and standardizing policy. Consolidation drove cost reduction by trimming hardware footprints, licenses, and maintenance cycles. Operational resiliency also improved. With director, controller, and analytics, teams gained better visibility, faster change control, and automated failover across links and sites. The deployment will scale beyond 25 endpoint locations, with enhanced security features like ZTNA for least privilege access and NGFW for deep inspection. The headline is Deployment Success, a repeatable architecture that can be extended to additional enclaves and mission partners without re-architecting the core. In the tactical fight, links are constrained and dynamic. Versa supports multipath transport with policy consistency across radio, LTE, SATCOM, and wired backhaul. Whether you're moving drone telemetry 1 kilometer or 40 kilometers, extending suppression effects at 4 kilometers, or bridging back to a division node at 25 kilometers, the outcome is the same. The right user and device get the right application, securely, even as topology shifts. We're ready to help you plan and execute Zero Trust aligned to the DoD roadmap and your program constraints. Let's schedule a demo or a short architecture session to map your courses of action and establish measurable milestones toward the 2027 objectives. Thank you for your time.